If you ever think of buying good quality meat at unbeatable price, think Magilac Butchers, your only suitable solution for quality meat for you and your family consumption. Our comprehensive range of meat products include minced meat, beef slices, topside, knuckle, rump steak, silver side, tenderloin, strip loin, and forequarter. We offer consistent value, quality, and service through animals grass-fed and bred especially for their meat. This makes the meat much more tasty, succulent, tender, and easy to cook. All meats at Magilac Butchers are halal, including for the first time in the Gambia, the new Mongolian whole lamb, available only at Magilac Butchers. Rush now and visit Magilac Butchers on Caraba Avenue, opposite the Petrogas petrol station traffic lights. For inquiries and orders, please call 7688-688. That is 7688-688. Magilac Butchers, the home of quality meat and chicken products at unbeatable prices.
That the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But don't you know about Baluwo?
Baluwo? What is Baluwo?
Baluwo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baluwo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluwo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baluwo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baluwo, better than sending money.
Hi, my name is Buba Gajigo and you're watching Kerr Fatou. This is your educational program, and now we're gonna bring you lessons from senior school. If you have your kid attending senior school, get them prepared, and I hope you enjoy these lessons.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EJ Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional home facilities and interior design service such as premium tiling, wall plaster, home landscape, fingerprint home lock, and a lot more. Visit our office at Senegambia Kololi Highway and get a free site visit tour, or contact us on 4464838. WhatsApp us on 3259220. Or you can visit our Facebook page or Instagram on EJ Investments. EJ Investments, we are first in properties.
Hello viewers, these are key messages from the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education on the coronavirus. Dear parents, keep children at home at all times. Avoid sending children to shops and markets. Do not engage children in petty trading on the streets and garages. Allow children to play within the confines of the home. Limit visitors into your homes. Adhere to COVID-19 health precautions and guidelines. Schools are closed, but learning continues. Dear teachers, you are encouraged to desist from all forms of group activities involving students. All school premises should remain closed and not to be used for any other purpose. Thank you.
We're going to look at here methods of preparing alkanes. We have a homologous series, as I mentioned earlier on, which is another characteristic of a homologous series is they have a general method of preparation. So the alkanes, all alkanes fall under the same homologous series. Therefore, choosing one method, you can use that to prepare any member of the alkane family. So we are just going to demonstrate by reaction how we prepare alkanes. That is, our first method of preparation is going to be action of aluminum carbide Al4C3 on water, or action of water on aluminum carbide. This will produce CH4 plus AlOH3. When we add water to aluminum carbide, we can produce an alkane member called methane. So balancing this reaction will give us how many aluminum we have here? 4. So we add 4 here. 3 carbon atoms. We have 1 here, 3. So that will change the number of hydrogens. Let's see how many hydrogens we have here. 3 times 4, 12, plus 4 times 3, 12. So we have 24 hydrogens. So what number are we going to add here? We add 12 times 2, 24. So aluminum is balanced, which is 4. Aluminum here is balanced 4. 4 on the right, Al, 4 on the right, and 4 on the left. Carbon, 3, carbon, 3. Actually, we are not here to balance equations, but this is just the last one that we are going to show. So the next atom is going to be hydrogen. We have 24 hydrogens, 12 times 2, 24 on the right, and here we have 3 times 4, which is 12, plus 4 times 3, another 12. That gives us 24. Then the last atom is oxygen, 12 oxygens, and here we have 4 here is actually affecting this oxygen in this bracket here, and then we have 3 which is also affecting it, so it is going to be 12. 12 here, and oxygen also 12. So That is a method to prepare alkanes, which is methane in particular. So another method of preparing alkanes is reaction between alkali metals and a halogenated hydrocarbon. An example of an alkali metal is sodium. So we are adding that onto a halogenated hydrocarbon. In this case, we are using ethane, which is going to be CH3 CH2 Br. So we need 2 moles of that plus a halogenated hydrocarbon that will give us C4H10 plus NaBr. Okay. So this reaction requires A2-oxy, ethane, and under dry conditions. Okay, this is another method of preparing alkanes. So another method also is hydrogenation of alkenes. We know that alkenes are a class of hydrocarbons that are unsaturated, or alkynes. Alkenes or alkynes. Alkenes contain double bonds between carbon atoms, and alkynes contain triple bonds. They contain double bonds, and this one contains triple bonds. Okay, a double bond and triple bond between carbon atoms. So if you hydrogenate any of these members, we form alkanes. Okay, so typical example is ethene, which is the lowest alkene member. If you add hydrogen to it, and conditions required for this reaction is with the use of a nickel catalyst and at 200 degrees Celsius and at 180 M. That is the condition required for this reaction to take place. So the catalyst is nickel and at 200 degrees Celsius, and the pressure is 180 M. So if you add hydrogen to this H2 gas, we form C2H6, which is ethane. This is actually unsaturated, sorry, saturated rather. This is ethane, and this is ethene. The difference is the ENE and the ANE. ENE stands for the presence of the double bond between carbon atoms, and ANE denotes the presence of single bond between carbon atoms. So this is just a general way of preparing any of the alkane families. So the next topic that we'll be looking at is the simplest alkane member. You can recall that as part of the homologous series of the alkanes, when we look at any member of the family, it means we've talked about, or we've talked on behalf of all the other members. So we are going to focus on methane in particular, which is actually the simplest alkane member. Methane. Okay. Methane is the first and the simplest member of the alkane homologous series. It is an sp3 hybridized with a bond angle of 109.5 degrees. That is, remember, I mentioned something here, sp3 hybridized. What do we mean by sp3 hybridized? We have 3p orbitals that combine with an s orbital to form bonds in methane. So that is what leads to the formation of the tetrahedral shape. So in between these bond angles, that is what it is talking about. It is 109 degrees, sorry, 109.5 degrees. After looking at methane, now we are going to look at laboratory preparation of methane. How do we prepare methane in the lab? To prepare methane, we need few items, which are sodium ethanoate, which is CH3COO Na. We also need soda lime, which is a combination of CaO and sodium hydroxide. Let's take note. We do not use sodium hydroxide only, or soda lime is preferred over sodium hydroxide for the fact that soda lime does not attack glass. That is, during the chemical reaction, it will not react with the glass. And the second point is that it is not deliquescent. What we mean by that is it will not absorb water from the environment to turn into liquid. Whereas sodium hydroxide, it will react with the glass, and then it will also absorb water from the atmosphere to form a solution. So the reaction condition for this process is that we require heat. We require to heat this. When we mix the soda lime with the sodium ethanoate, we have to heat the reaction vessel to obtain methane gas in the lab. That is the procedure. We heat the mixture of the reagent in a round bottomed flask, and then effervescence will occur and methane gas will evolve. That is, when we see reaction, it is like this: Na plus NaOH. And one thing that I forgot to emphasize on, the sodium hydroxide here is the active reagent, okay, in soda lime. So plus heat, it will produce Na2CO3 plus CH4. Methane gas will be evolved. Okay, methane gas is given off. So how do we collect the methane gas that is being produced in this reaction? The reaction is passed over water to collect the methane gas, and the precaution is that we have to be quick to remove the delivery tube from the heating source once the heating is completed. That will take us to the properties of alkanes. We are starting with their physical properties. Of alkanes. Okay, that is, we look at their physical properties. The lower members, C1 to C4, are colorless and odorless gases. From C5 to C10 are oily liquid substances, and over C17 they form solid waxy substances at room temperature. And then the second property is, since they are non-polar, they do not mix with water. That is, they are insoluble in water. They are only soluble in organic solvents. Okay? That is the second point, solubility. They are only soluble in organic solvents, but not in water. So the third point is their viscosity and their melting point and boiling points. These properties increase with increase in molecular mass. And then the fourth one is they are less dense than water. That is, we've seen the method of collecting methane gas. It is collected over water, meaning it is lighter than water. So we look at their chemical properties. Regarding their chemical properties, we are going to look at three main chemical reactions. Chemical properties. One is combustion. 2, substitution. 'Substitution reaction, and then 3, cracking. Cracking of alkanes. The first reaction is combustion. That is when they bond with oxygen. Alkanes in general, example methane, bonds with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide depending upon the amount of oxygen that is available. In general, we have an equation that denotes that CXHY plus X plus Y over 4 H2O2 will produce X CO2 and Y over 2 H2O. This is just a general reaction that shows the reaction of oxygen with any alkane molecule or any organic which is alkane, organic compound which is alkane. So let's say that X is 1 here. So it is going to be C1 H4 plus we have what amount of oxygen are we going to need is why actually we put this one here in the equation. So it is going to be 4, and that is going to be 4 plus 1, which will have 5 over 4 O2. So the amount of oxygen required for this reaction is going to be 5 over 4. So we have 5 over 4 O2 to produce. We have CO2 plus Y in this case is going to be, I did not even determine the Y, 4 rather, 4 over 2, which is going to be 2 H2O. So given that when the simplest alkane member, which is methane, reacts with this amount of oxygen, that is the amount of water we are going to form and carbon dioxide. So this is just a general reaction to show you that. Another example also could be if we regard X to be 4, then that is going to be C4H12 plus 4 plus 12 over 4 O2 to produce what? So this is just going to be 7 O2 in general. So it's going to be 7 O2 to produce 4 CO2 plus 12 H2O, rather 6 H2O. Okay, because we are using the general formula to determine all that. So I hope you got that. So this is one of the chemical properties of alkanes, that is their combustion reaction. We have another general reaction that shows this one, but we are not going to look into that. The next reaction that we're going to look at is substitution reaction. For instance, we have CH4. In this case, we are going to focus on the halogens, Cl in particular, and the presence of UV light, and the reaction will produce us CH3Cl plus HCl. That is, alkanes undergo substitution reaction, and one of the hydrogens in the alkane molecule will be replaced by a halogen member. And this reaction could be repetitive up to such a point that all the hydrogen molecules will be finally replaced by the halogen. So if we happen to repeat this reaction repetitively, so here our final product is CH3Cl. So this CH3Cl also can undergo substitution reaction again, plus Cl2 in the presence of UV light. So the product will be CH2Cl2. So this product here again can undergo another substitution reaction. We have CH2Cl2 plus another Cl2 in the presence of UV light. Same condition, we have CHCl3, then CHCl3, then we have CHCl3 plus chlorine again can produce CCl4 plus HCl plus, okay. So this reaction is continuous up to a point that all the hydrogen in the alkane molecule is finally being replaced by the halogen. So this reaction is what we call a substitution reaction. Another chemical property of alkanes is that they undergo cracking to form simpler members or simpler alkanes. So, and cracking simply is the breaking down of larger alkane molecules into simpler ones. For example, when we have C10H22, then you hit this substance, then it will be breaking down into C7H16 plus C3H12, and this one is heptane, and then you have propane, then this one is decane. So you are breaking down decane into simpler alkane members. Uses of alkanes. Organic compounds have a lot of applications. So alkanes happen to be in that family, and we are going to look at some of their uses. One, alkanes are used as fuels. For example, methane can be used as a fuel. Ethane also can be used as a fuel, or we can combine the lower fractions of the alkane family, such as methane, butane, propane, and ethane. They can be combined into one component called LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. This is one of the gases that we use in our household as our cooking gas. Another usefulness of alkanes is that they are also used as starting materials in industries. For example, in the production of rubber, alkanes are used to produce 1,3-butadiene, that is also a starting material in the rubber industry. We also have antiseptic products that are produced from alkane members. Then they are also used as solvents. Still on the uses of alkanes, they are used as solvents or organic solvents. For example, heptane can be used as an organic solvent, or CCl3 or even CCl4, trichloromethane or tetrachloromethane can all be used as organic solvents. So that takes us through the end of these lessons, and thank you for your kind attention. 2,33 trimethyl.
Hello viewers, these are key messages from the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education on the coronavirus. Dear parents, keep children at home at all times. Avoid sending children to shops and markets. Do not engage children in petty trading on the streets and garages. Allow children to play within the confines of the home. Limit visitors into your homes. Adhere to COVID-19 health precautions and guidelines. Schools are closed, but learning continues. Dear teachers, you are encouraged to desist from all forms of group activities involving students. All school premises should remain closed and not to be used for any other purpose. Thank you.
In communication, connectivity is everything. We ensure that the links never sleep. Quantities and qualities, all in our data service, providing efficient, reliable voice and data service. We believe if you're not up to speed, then you're going backwards. Communications have to flow as fast as the speed of light. Whatever business you're in, having someone who understands your needs is critical. That is why we just don't offer you technology, we offer you solutions. Enjoy Gamcel's internet broadband anytime, anywhere. Your national operator, Gamcel, Yaibaram.
Agada.
Mbijan aganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyenje.
Okay. What's that?
Nsila ID soto.
Ah, sa soto. Sorry. Agada.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara Allah service o tariya.
Ah,
mbare ki janna nun kunu bara tariya.
Ah, jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbari ya bere. Ah, birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato nim fo bolong blabe.
56 branches mola soto Gambia ja.
Ha?
Ha. Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannam number 1 ti nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi man domorol dil fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ma fa kendol sotale je.
Ha, wo moyo diat ha.
Apelenta
ni wo ka ni na lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bu kanila ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.
When we touch down, better broke down.
Gamtel G Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
That's how she became mine and see the
yara ñilla domoro ka diaten
boy jannon sikes restaurant
e sa nakko be ni na dimbal nimbe domoro kala janno
domoro seneyata adiyata topotoro fanan kendema bije luntan during tamala abeka domoro ki janni adi manda wala de te ka we bijele anim fanan ka fadi jang ikono e fa e ka fa minne ko pastry anim bakery iko fanan be kalele badde lomba conference lomba workshop lomba ye fo pendin lon dunia kono domoro betama nyillom international o toda number 1
amanke ba domola jandama
esa domo jang is atariya
wo mu kubandi
sa nakko sa futandin
oto sa nakko be mu CK's restaurant
dafa na janna mu yat ni manje dorom bija
aban
CK's restaurant, known for best quality food and customer satisfaction.